officer of the Prince's Trust. It is good to see you, ma'am. Okay, so the Prince's Trust is the Prince of Wales. Now he's no longer Prince of Wales. Does it become Prince William's Trust? I mean, what happens now to the Prince's Trust?
Not a lot, actually. It will remain the Prince's Trust, and His Majesty will remain as our president. So it will continue, but just with himself in a different role.
And the role that he has played as president, very hands-on, very involved.
Well, he's actually been taking a step back for quite a number of years now. And we have been aware that his time has been being squeezed. Certainly, as the Queen became older, he took on more of her duties, so there was less time. So we've had quite a lot of time to prepare for this. And we always knew that this day would happen, but we will continue delivering to young people and building on the legacy that the King has left us.
The work that you do is going to take on, I suggest, a greater importance, not just in this country, but I know now, of course, that the Prince's Trust works in other countries, but in the UK specifically, as the country goes into recession and hardship continues and grows, one would expect the calls on your work to be greater.
Yes, I think that's absolutely accurate. And we've always been very lucky in that we've had a very good supporter base in the UK and actually in other countries. We're now in 19 countries around the world. And we've always had a mix of money from high net worth individuals, from trusts and foundations, and indeed from government. And that won't change at all.
So where does the Prince's Trust go, if you will? Now we have King Charles. Well, what is your priority for the Trust?
So our priority is to do what we do well, which is changing the lives of young people. And we will continue to do that. And as I said, we will continue to build on all the goodwill, the legacy, the ideas that he helped us get started with.
I was in New York recently, of course, and you had a major event in New York, which was very well attended, both fundraiser and to raise the profile of the trust. And it was opened by a video from the King. This idea of when it was set up in 1970, we're looking at pictures now of that particular event back in April. This idea of when it was set up, helping disadvantaged. It's sort of, in a strange way, it was less philanthropy and more helping people in a different version of that, wasn't it?
It was, but it's always existed like most charities and been supported through philanthropy. And I think because we have such a good track record and because we are able to target our programs, so the Trust gives very practical
Right.
help. You mentioned Idris Elba, for example. We helped him through acting school. So really practical, targeted help, and that will absolutely continue.
Yeah, I guess to refine my question, my rather clumsy question, what I was getting at is the way in which the Gates Foundation changed the philosophy of the way charities have to look at results-oriented charity. The Prince's Trust was doing that right from the very beginning.
Yes, and certainly the King, when he was the Prince of Wales, has always been very keen on results. And he said to me, on many an occasion, I don't mind how many you help, Martina, as long as the quality of that help is the best it can be and you're actually making a difference. So that's part of the DNA of the charity because of the way he set us up right in the beginning.
Now he's the King. You're not going to change the name to the King's Trust.
No, Well, at least if we are, I don't know about that.
Something tells me that you're not, if you don't know about it. I'm grateful. Very thanks. Many thanks.